Hey y'all, it's time for our second video in our section on DNA versus RNA, and today's unit is DNA versus RNA. So we talked about DNA in last night's video, and if you don't remember much about it, just go back, click up above a couple links, and rewatch that video. Today our focus is going to be right here on RNA. So here's our learning checklist. 3 questions you should be able to answer at the end of this video. First off, what is RNA? RNA. Second, how are DNA and RNA different? And third, how are DNA and RNA the same? It's important to note, I have both a question, how are they different, and how are they the same? If you were to see on a test question to compare and contrast DNA and RNA, compare is to tell how they're the same, contrast to how they are different. So you would want to include information from both of these sections. So starting with this first one, what is RNA? At this point, you should have your note sheet out as well. As we go through each of these questions, there's a spot to write in the answers on your note sheet. If you don't have your sheet out, go get a copy, pause the clip, and go get it now. It's going to make this experience much more meaningful. Okay, I'm going to assume you have your sheet now. What is RNA? RNA is a single-stranded nucleic acid that uses the sugar ribose. Okay? This is really important. Already we're seeing differences between DNA and RNA. Okay? RNA is single-stranded and it uses ribose. I'm going to keep clicking, but if you need more time to write that down, just pause right here. Okay, right here I can see RNA on the left and DNA on the right. Okay, we saw lots of pictures of DNA before, and we're going to see different samples in class. But you'll notice DNA has 2 strands, whereas RNA is just 1 strand. It kind of looks like half a piece. We're going to see several differences here, and we're going to talk about them right now. So we'll just push that to the side. And at this point, we are filling in the chart. One of the big differences between DNA and RNA is their sugar. DNA uses deoxyribose, that's the D in DNA, and RNA uses ribose. That's the ribose provides the R for RNA. Number of strands. Looking at this picture, you should be able to see DNA has 2 strands, while RNA only has 1. Bases, let's go down the list together. We have cytosine, guanine, adenine, and wait, what's this one? It's a new base, uracil versus thymine. DNA has thymine. This is our T that pairs with A. RNA, on the other hand, has uracil, so A pairs with U. We're going to talk more about uracil later, but it's important to remember RNA has a different base. Location, DNA is going to be found in the nucleus of our cells. RNA can be found many places, but mostly I would put this one down as the cytoplasm. Okay, so I flew through that. Make sure you have your chart memorized. More importantly, make sure you know that information. And when you're good, or pause the film till then, and then you can go ahead and press play to keep going for our last question. How are DNA and RNA the same? First, they have the same backbone. Okay, it's still a phosphate sugar backbone. They might have different sugars, but it still alternates between a sugar and a phosphate. Bases, they both contain cytosine, guanine, and adenine, and C still pairs with G. All of that is going to be the same no matter which of the 2 nucleic acids you're using. Units, both are made of nucleotides. It doesn't matter if it's A, C, G, T, or U. Each of those compounds with the base, sugar, and phosphate is still considered a nucleotide. Okay, here's our checklist. Make sure we've got this. What is RNA? You should have this as your first question on your note sheet. It is a single-stranded piece of nucleic acid with the sugar ribose. Number 2, how are DNA and RNA different? You can talk about the sugar, number of strand, bases, and location. For sugar, DNA uses deoxyribose, while RNA just uses ribose. DNA has 2 strands, RNA has 1 strand. DNA has thymine, RNA has uracil. DNA is found in the nucleus. RNA is generally going to be in the cytoplasm. Finally, how are they the same? DNA and RNA both have C, G, and A as bases. C still pairs with G. They're both nucleic acids. They're both made of nucleotides, and they both have a phosphate sugar backbone. So those are some of the key points and the differences. We're going to see a lot of our new friend RNA over the upcoming semester, but good work with your homework tonight.